Hello, my name is Nick, and welcome to another episode of Level Die. This week, we're going to be breaking down and improving the Smash Ultimate roster, and I'm joined by the autist himself, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mike.
Howdy.
Been a while, Mike.
Yep.
Let's fucking knock this shit down. Let's make this good. So
Okay.
let's get the Fighter Pass 1 out of the way right now.
We're at
Did
the
you
start.
like Bailiff getting added instead of anyone
Uh,
else?
Instead of anyone else, no, but overall, I think I'm fine.
Okay.
Mainly because well, my real problem is I think Fire Emblem as a series is bloated, and I think if they just removed two or three other Fire Emblem characters, Byleth would fit just fine.
Okay. Yeah, I wanna. We're definitely gonna talk about some of these Fire Emblem characters because I want to make some changes. We can, I mean, even we can even keep Min, but we'll talk about that because I sort of have like a system for how I'm gonna improve some of these things to
I do too.
lower the roster mount, but keep like 99% of the characters, and I have a strategy for that.
Yep.
Um, so I think the Smash Ultimate roster is huge. It's got some good shit in it, but I'm broken up about all this Fire Emblem shit, and the fact that Bailiff got announced instead of like my boy
Well,
fucking
first off,
Kishan.
you're pronouncing it wrong. It's Byleth, not Bayleth.
Byleth, excuse me, Byleth,
There you go.
Byleth. So that Byleth got added instead of like Travis Touchdown. I was a little upset. So let's. You want to start with number one, Mario? We can do like
Well,
a
what?
keep
Yeah,
kill. What do
but
you got?
I think we should kind of like discuss our ground rules type thing.
Okay.
So I think if we're talking about whether or not they deserve to be in Smash Bros. Ultimate, is kind of a moot point because the entire point of this game is every single person
Ever
from every
possible.
yeah.
Okay.
So I think we're talking about it from a perspective of who should be in the next game, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Smash Six.
So Smash Redux.
Yeah,
Okay. So okay,
and
I can actually
you,
get behind that idea.
and you said you had like a system. Do you
Sort
want
of,
to
yeah.
talk about that now or talk about it as we get through it? Because I have my own type of system.
Okay. So my system, for the most part, from as I've looked through the list the last time we did it during the E3 video and in preparation for this video, I thought that if we could keep everybody or keep most people would be good.
Yep.
And what my organizational thing is sort of combining characters into a single selectable slot. So the roster looks much smaller, but it would be like a Fire Emblem slot on your roster, and you
Oh,
could
okay.
scroll through like any fucking Fire Emblem character you want, and we could obviously eliminate some of the useless ones. But then you have
They have
something
like
like that.
20 series icons, and you just pick through each icon.
Yeah, basically. And then also we're going to reduce some characters and add some more, hopefully. Especially because I want to do some speculation for Fighter Pass 2 as well.
Okay. So I guess I'll talk about my system.
Okay.
So basically, I made this system where I went through every single like character when I was taking my dog on a walk when I was thinking about this shit, and I kind of realized like every single character who I thought should be in or shouldn't be in kind of fell into five different criteria.
Okay.
So my first criteria, which I consider to be most important from top to bottom, is number one is relevancy to Nintendo.
Okay.
And I consider that to be how important is this character or this series to Nintendo.
Okay.
And the more popular this series is, the more representation that series should have if they were to get into Smash.
Okay, so you want 35 Mario characters and 70, let's say 85 fucking
Well,
Legend of Zelda characters?
if you were to exaggerate the numbers, then yeah. But
Okay.
basically what it boils down to is I think Mario and like Pokemon should be represented more than say Pikmin or other less important series than that.
Okay.
And number two, going off of number one, is relevancy within their own series. So
Oh, so no shitty side characters. So no. So we're cutting back on the Fire Emblem characters then a little bit, right?
You
Because some
you
of them are
can
kind of useless.
you can say it that way, but um, yeah. So if a series is super relevant, then they should also have the most relevant characters within that series.
Okay.
So if you have like a less popular series, I'm not picking on Pikmin, but like Pikmin, they should have the most or the main character from Pikmin, so like Olimar. And if
Right.
it's Mario, then you can have an argument that you can have some more side characters like fucking Piranha Plant and Rosalina and Bowser Jr. and that type of stuff.
Okay. I think that's interesting. So okay. So real quick, let me just shoot an idea off you right now. So in your second bracket, and this is just me trying to eliminate characters. Do you think we should get rid of Toon Link and just keep Link, or should we get rid of Link and only keep Toon Link? You know, maybe as a way to keep it to one Link, but which one's more relevant to the totality of Legend of Zelda?
Well, I think we'll get into it, but Zelda is like an interesting thing where you have like 10 plus different Zelda games, but like only four characters because
Uh-huh.
every single character is in the same game.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I think with Link, I like what they're doing, and they should just adapt Link to the most current game. So in
Okay.
Ultimate, they made this Link based off of
Like Breath of the Wild.
Breath of
Yeah.
the Wild Link, and Brawl Link was based off of Twilight Princess Link. And I
Okay.
think Young Link and Toon Link are there to kind of appease the fans who liked the previous versions of the Links.
Hmm. Shouldn't it just be like a skin though?
That would be ideal, but
Right.
people would argue if you change their moveset, then that's a different character.
Yeah, it would be, but you can, those fucking autists can just go sit in the corner and really get an opinion.
Yeah,
Okay,
and,
what's number 3?
third part is legacy factor slash fan reception.
So Cloud, like super famous series.
That
No,
that's not it.
no.
So I have these bullet points, which I'll just read.
Okay,
Characters that have made appearances in previous Smash games should have a higher priority of making it into the newer ones, as opposed to those who have had less appearances.
okay.
And characters
So
from
you want
older,
legacy characters. You want return. You want characters to continue through.
I think characters who have been a main staple in the game should continue to be a main staple.
Okay.
And characters from older and more obscure Nintendo titles, I consider to be a good addition to the cast because they pay homage to Nintendo's history. So, example, Pit, Ice Climbers, Duck Hunt, that type of thing.
Travis Touchdown.
He's not a Nintendo character, is he?
He is Nintendo exclusive, technically.
But he got onto PlayStation, right?
Yeah, but that was just a port. Fucking Wonderful 101 is now being ported to PC and PS4. And those motherfuckers should get in.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that
All right,
later.
part 5? Or was that already part 5?
No, this is still for Legacy.
Okay.
And then characters that are important to the fans should have a higher chance of making it into Smash. So,
Okay.
like, Captain Falcon is not relevant whatsoever to Nintendo at this point, but he's super
fucking
popular
rules.
within the Smash Bros. Community.
Right. Who should decide? The Smash community or, like, normal people?
I would say normal people.
Okay. Cool.
And then part 4, relevancy to gaming as a whole. That's where you get into Cloud, Snake, Mega Man, that type of stuff. And then my last criteria is moveset variety. And I noticed a lot of people online, they like to say, well, this character is a clone or something, but they play slightly differently to other characters.
Uh-huh.
So therefore, they should remain inside the game.
Right.
And that's an argument, but I don't really like it because to me, it just feels like it's bloating the cast with more clones because, this clone plays slightly differently. So they have a whole different type of play style and they deserve to be in the game. And
I think there's that's fucking like horrible. Like somebody thinks
What?
that like it's slightly different, so we should keep it in. Like, nah, dude.
Yeah, we'll talk about that more with Fire Emblem characters, which is basically
Yeah,
what this
we
whole
will.
thing is boiling down into. But
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, so want to get into it now?
Let's do it. So, obviously, right off the bat, we can do Mario, Donkey Kong, and Link are automatically in the new one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. The only thing you could talk about is changing Mario and Link's movesets to reflect the current games. That
Okay.
type of thing. But
I would be into that.
yeah.
Okay. Samus, what do you think? That probably falls under your legacy and she's fun. Yeah, well obviously Samus is getting in.
But the main 12 from the first game, I think, are completely safe.
Even Jigglypuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're already getting to my first point right here. So
Okay.
I think Pokemon need a rework, and it's super simple, and it takes down from bloat of the cast list. So what you would do is there would be one icon on the board for Redux. It would just be Pokemon Trainer, and Pokemon Trainer would just have all the Pokemon, and you can pick a Pokemon to go in with. And I think, or you can do what Pokemon Trainer already does, which is the 3. So you can do Squirtle, Ivysaur, Charizard, or you can do one of every other Pokemon. And then you would just pick Pokemon Trainer. And it would reduce everything into one easily selectable thing.
So basically, you would pick Pokemon Trainer, then pick like 3 Pokemon to play them with?
See, because I was thinking that, or, I mean, because that was like my original idea. That'd be really cool. But that's probably like super broken. I mean, they probably only get like 1 stock each or something, you know?
Yeah.
Or you can like allocate fucking stocks to them. So if you're better with one, you give them 2 stocks, whatever. That's a little complicated. But what I was thinking was Pokemon Trainer, and then all the Pokemon on the board that are only a single Pokemon, you can only pick that one Pokemon. But if you pick the Charizard, Ivysaur, Charizard thing, then you can have all 3 at once. Just keeping it all the same, but just boiling it down into picking one character instead of having to scroll all over the board. Does that make sense?
Don't know if you make sense, but I don't necessarily agree that it should be like that.
Why not? It essentially just cuts down bloat. If we're doing like the don't pick 3 and you just pick one Pokemon, it would just be a less bloating system.
Yeah, if you wanted to reduce bloat, but I think with certain Pokemon, like let's just take Pokemon Trainer for example, he has Ivysaur, Squirtle, and Charizard, right? Those are the 3. They're not the 3 starters. There's evolved forms, but they're the 3 starters of Kanto or whatever Generation 1 was.
Uh-huh.
I think if you mix all the Pokemon into like a conglomerate thing, it wouldn't really work that well.
Why? That doesn't make any sense. They're all
because
Pokemon.
At least in Brawl, it made sense because Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard weren't good enough to stand by themselves, and it made it so you had to actively switch between them to make up for the faults in the other ones.
Right.
Whereas a Pikachu or an Incineroar, they can stand by themselves as a main character. That doesn't really work with Ultimate because Ivysaur is considered to be like the best one, but
we're agreeing.
It could work. Yeah.
I would just say take out the fucking pick 3. That's fine. Take that out. But as a bloatless thing, just make everything under Pokemon Trainer. That's it.
Okay.
That was my whole point.
Okay.
Because then, like, Jigglypuff doesn't have her own fucking board slot. I mean, Pikachu could stand alone because he's, like, the most famous fucking goddamn Pokemon character ever. But, like, Jigglypuff always blows my mind that fucking Jigglypuff is in this game.
Yeah.
Okay, so Peach.
Okay, we're skipping over all 12.
Yeah,
Peach.
I figured you said all of them are in, and then my only point was the Pokemon thing.
Yes, Peach is, I think, also really obvious. She needs to stay.
Because she's one of the most famous side characters.
Yeah, it's Mario, Bowser, Peach as like the top 3 Mario characters.
Really? Not Luigi?
No.
Huh. Okay.
I mean, you could do top 4 and include Luigi in there too. But it's like, take Super Mario Bros. The 3 characters were Mario, Bowser, Peach.
But the Mario movie, Mario and Luigi. When you think about Mario, you think about his boy Luigi, Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, it's like a mood argument because all 4 of them should be in the game anyway.
Fine, let's not bicker over small shit. Bowser in, obviously.
Yeah. Bowser.
Ice Climbers, very cool, in. I don't think Daisy should be in. I think it just seems Because that's like like
Yeah.
that little E, whatever the fuck those characters are, should just be deleted.
So E stands for echo characters because clone characters had a bad connotation with it. And
Oh,
echo characters, it's supposed to mean a character that's exactly the same in every single way to their counterparts. So Daisy is the exact same as Peach, but that doesn't always correspond, as we'll see later.
okay, weird.
So we could talk about all the echo characters together later, or
Okay,
when we get to them. But Daisy is just like, it's Peach light. So
deleted.
yeah, deleted.
What about Sheik?
Sheik should stay, I think. Like I said, Zelda is one of the most popular Nintendo.
So it should have more representation.
Yeah, and you can't.
Okay.
There's not really a lot of characters to choose from Zelda anyway, so Sheik should stay.
Okay. Zelda, obviously in.
Yeah.
Dr.
Yep.
Mario,
What do you think?
no.
Explain.
Okay, I do know for a fact that Dr. Mario was a very popular Game Boy game. I
Yep.
think there was probably even a few more versions, but I remember the Game Boy one.
Yep.
So I know that that game is popular, and I know that Mario is popular, and I know that that's fitting two of your criteria basically already to get in, and it's one of the most popular series, so it should have more representation. But that game has been so unrelevant for so long. I just, it seems like an empty pick for me. I don't think, me
I agree.
personally, I would never pick Dr. Mario off the board. Even if he is different, for me, that, like, I'm not attracted to Dr. Mario sexually.
I actually really like playing Dr. Mario, but I agree he shouldn't be in the game.
Okay.
I think I don't think you played Project M, but the way they did it was they just made him a skin who shoots pills.
Oh, nice.
So there's literally nothing different between Mario and Dr. Mario and Project M, as far as I know when I played it.
Uh-huh.
As far as Ultimate and Melee is concerned, Dr. Mario was different, but he was just like slightly slower and more powerful.
Okay.
So at this point, Dr. Mario is different enough from Mario, but I still think it's a completely wasted slot, and he could easily just be a skin. Or
Cool.
a separate skin of Mario, and you can just
Okay.
take him out.
That's what skins. I think skins is a really good idea for a
Yep.
lot of this shit.
Which I think number 19 Pichu should also be the Pikachu.
Perfect. I'm down with that. That was a quick one. Falco.
Okay. What do you think about Falco?
Okay. Fox is a legacy character. He was in the very first one. Falco. Was he featured in the game heavily, Falco?
Star Fox?
Yeah.
I've never played Star Fox.
Fuck. So we don't really have any room to give opinion on this shit, do we?
No.
He,
I think-
Okay, here's a question. How different is he from Fox?
Past Melee, he's completely different. I think, if I'll put my opinion, I think at this point, past Melee, he's different enough from Fox, and Star Fox is like a quasi-popular enough franchise to warrant more than one pick.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Falco fits in just fine.
Okay, I like the fact that he's different enough. And does different enough mean like totally different or like kind of different?
I don't think he has a move that's shared across Fox and Falco.
Okay,
at this
perfect.
Point.
Keep then. That works. Oh, accidentally clicked Marth. Fuck. All right, Marth.
Backspace. Marth is in.
Marth is in.
Marth
Now.
is basically the face of Fire Emblem as a whole.
Okay, perfect. I'm down. Well, we're going to be getting into quite a few Fire Emblem characters coming up soon.
Yep.
So why don't we have a discussion about the Fire Emblem characters now?
Okay. What do you think?
Obviously, there needs to be some sort of reduction. And I don't think that... I mean, Fire Emblem, it's a popular series. It's definitely not fucking Nintendo's most popular series. When you ask people about Nintendo series, fucking this game does not come up. And I know you're a huge fan, and I think Fire Emblem is cool too, but it's not nearly as popular as other Nintendo titles.
You can't go on the street and show somebody a picture of any Fire Emblem character and ask them to tell you what they are.
Right. I would not be able to. I would think like if somebody showed me a picture of Marth, I probably would have said Roy, just because I know fucking Roy's name.
Yeah.
And but if you show any other, even people could probably guess Captain Falcon. I mean, probably,
Maybe, yeah.
maybe, but I think you know there needs to be a reduction. And me and you were talking about this earlier that the characters are slightly different. Blah blah blah. As you go
Yep.
down, they're slightly different. So how would you fix the Fire Emblem character problem? Because what needs to happen? Who needs to stay? Who needs to go? I'm going to leave this one to you and butt in with what I think.
Okay. So let me click on Marth so I can get a full list of these Fire Emblem characters. So I think with Marth and Lucina, so the only difference between Marth and Lucina is that Marth's damage is like amplified on the tip of his blade, whereas Lucina's is spread out across the blade. So no matter where you hit on Lucina's attacks, it will always be the same.
Uh huh.
So people use that argument online to say Lucina has a completely different playstyle to Marth.
Mm-hmm.
And Lucina is kind of like the easy mode to Marth
Yeah, I was
because
going to say that just sounds like fucking easy mode.
you don't need to worry about proper spacing with Lucina. Although other people, more competitive people, would say you also need to space with Lucina, but that gets into like minute type stuff with all the attacks and shit. But
Mm-hmm.
so for all intents and purposes, Lucina is a clone of Marth. That's why she has 21 Echo on her name.
Okay.
And with that being said, I don't think she should be in the game, especially considering that Lucina comes from Fire Emblem Awakening,
Which is
which
the 3DS one.
yeah, the 3DS one, which a lot of people contribute to as like the game that saved Fire Emblem, because Awakening was supposed to be the one, like the developers' last hurrah. They're just gonna release Awakening, then call it a quits on Fire Emblem because it hasn't been that successful up
Right.
until that point. But evidently not. Awakening was so successful that it saved the franchise, and
That's fucking amazing, dude. When you put
Yeah.
your heart and soul into something and it actually fucking pays off.
yeah, it's like the whole Final Fantasy thing where they made Final Fantasy as their last game, but it was so damn good they had to make more.
Is that really what happened
Yeah.
with Final? Is that why it's called Final Fantasy?
Yeah, it was like the developer's Final Fantasy, as in his last game he wanted to make.
Oh my god. That's fucking wild. Okay. So kill Lucina.
Yeah, as I was going to say, Lucina is one of 3 characters to come out of Awakening, which I already feel is too many, considering Awakening is just one game out of the entire Fire Emblem series.
Uh-huh.
And Lucina's not even a main character in that game, too. She's more of a side character. Robin and, to a lesser extent, Chrom are the main characters of Awakening.
Okay.
So, I really just feel like the only argument you can make for having Lucina in the game is she plays differently to Marth, but does that warrant an entirely new character?
No.
I guess a big question.
No, it's too close. I'm already on a delete the echoes. So
Okay.
delete. Even if it's slightly different, delete. Just give Marth a fucking Lucina skin. Or give a Lucina skin to Chrom or Robin, because they're all part of the same game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
And
So-
then you can play as all 3 of the most famous fucking Fire Emblem characters, but like she could play the exact same as Chrom and just be the Chrom double,
Which Lucina should have been a skin of Marth to begin with, because sorry, excuse me. To get into Awakening's plot for a little bit, like the whole purpose of Lucina was everybody thought she was Marth because she had a mask on and looked just like Marth. So the fact that she's not just a skin of Marth, I think, is pretty ridiculous.
Okay. I can definitely see that. They should
Yeah.
definitely just make her a skin for Marth then. That
Make
sounds
her a
perfect.
skin, keep the tipper on Marth, and just delete Lucina as a character, but keep
Okay.
her as a skin. Well, separate taunts too at that point, I think, just to
Well, yeah.
add
she
cool
wouldn't do the
stuff.
Marth taunt. She would do Lucina taunts.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm down.
So you want to skip the next 3 and go straight to Fire Emblem and then go back?
Skip the... Well, we're just going to... Wait. Aren't we doing all Fire Emblem right now, and then
Oh.
we'll continue?
Yeah, okay. So Number 25, Roy, who you said you recognize, so you want to go on Roy? We're talking
Well,
about
no,
Roy?
I just fuck it. That's like one of the only fucking Fire Emblem characters I know the name of.
Yeah. So I think Roy at this point, he was kind of like the fan favorite to come out of Melee. And a
Okay.
lot of people wanted him in Brawl and Smash 4.
He plays differently though, doesn't he? Like their
So
up Bs are different or something.
Roy is now a different enough character from Marth where he can war in a separate slot.
Okay.
Whereas in Melee, Roy was a direct clone of Marth, but as Marth's damage was on the tip of his blade, Roy's was on like the base, so you had to be really, really closer with Marth.
Okay.
I mean, with Roy to do more damage than Marth. So at this point, Roy does he does play differently and he has different moves. So I think Roy can be a standalone character at this point.
Okay. Yeah, if we kept Falco for the same reason, I said we could probably keep Roy for that reason as well.
Yeah, but Roy I think is like the biggest person on the edge where like if you cut Roy, then I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Oh, because he's like kind of too close, a little too
Yeah,
close.
he's too close to Marth, I still
Okay.
feel like. Crom is a clone of Roy, who is a clone of Marth. So I don't think he should be in the game at all.
Perfect. Deleted.
Yeah. They did add one different move to Crom to differentiate him from Roy, which is his up B, which is a copy of Ike's up B.
All right.
So he's a
just
clone
give
of Roy
both-
with one different move.
So give
Just-
the up B just to Roy. Delete Crumb. Boop. Gone.
Yeah.
And then
Crom,
delete Ike too. Fuck him.
make Crom a skin of Roy.
Perfect.
I don't think you should delete Ike.
No, I'm just fucking around.
Yeah.
What's up with Ike?
So Ike is as Roy was like a huge name coming out of Melee. Ike was a huge name coming out of Brawl, or a lot of people liked Ike because he was kind of like the first heavy swordsman,
Mhm.
or like heavyweight swordsman, and
Like, does he use like a two-handed sword or something? Okay.
yeah, Ike's sword is like has more weight than Marth's sword, and he packs more punch. And he's a lot slower than Marth.
Cool.
But not to compare him to Marth, Ike has a completely different moveset to Marth also.
Good.
And as far as Nintendo and all that shit is concerned, I think Ike is kind of the face of English Fire Emblem in the States, whereas Marth is the face of Japanese Fire Emblem in Japan.
Okay.
So I think Ike is a good addition to the roster, and he should stay at that point.
Perfect. Now,
And
Robin and Corinne, I have no fucking Corinne.
Corrin.
I have no fucking clue who she is. Like,
Who Corrin is?
yeah. So these two, Robin and Corinne. What about these fuckers?
Corrin. Robin is the quote-unquote main character from Fire Emblem Awakening. And what makes Robin unique is that Robin... Or to go back to Fire Emblem, so Fire Emblem, as far as their weapons are concerned, they have swords, axes, and lances, and magic. Robin is...
Don't they have bows too?
Yeah, but Robin is like the... what's the right word? Robin is the like poster child for using magic in Fire Emblem.
He looks like
so-
a caster. He looks like a
yeah,
caster.
Robin's the magician
Okay.
of Fire Emblem, if that makes sense. And
Yeah.
you can make the argument that Robin is the, if we're cutting both Lucina and Crom, you have Robin as the sole representative from Awakening, which was a huge game,
Yeah.
as we just said.
I can get into that, and I'm looking at some of his pictures. His shit looks cool.
Yeah,
Got magic all over the place, lightning and shit.
yeah, no one really complains about Robin being in the game, so I think he's fine.
I'm down. This seems
I'm fine
cool.
with Robin. So at this point, remaining in the game is Marth, Roy, Ike, and Robin.
Yeah, Marth, Roy, Ike, and Robin with Lucina as a skin for Marth, with Crom as a skin for Roy. So the characters are still in, you know, Ike,
Yep.
Robin, and now Corin and Byleth.
Corrin. So to go to Corrin, this is where a lot of like controversy started coming out when they were releasing the DLC.
I
So,
remember. I was on V.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember hearing about this woman a lot.
woman/man.
Woman slash man.
So a lot of people hated Corrin getting in because they were just like, "Oh, once again, Sakurai is just shilling Fire Emblem
Yes.
into Smash, just like Roy and Marth were shilled into Smash and Melee." But the thing about Corrin is Corrin also has a completely different moveset where Corrin has like a dragon. Corrin can transform into a dragon, and Corrin is mainly lance based.
Oh, she has a lance?
Yeah,
I'm in. I'm already in.
but
And she
the
can turn into a
thing I
dragon.
don't
That seems pretty sick.
the thing I don't like about Corrin is Corrin is the main character from Fire Emblem Fates.
And that's like the worst one, right?
It's one of the worst ones from a fan's perspective, and everybody fucking hated Corrin as a character in Fates anyway.
Perfect. Who? Okay. Now here's a question. I'm down to delete her. Fuck her. Who would you replace her with?
No one.
Okay. Fair.
Why does she?
Well, I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, are we replacing? You know, are we gonna put like? Because I always thought it would be cool to have an axe user from Fire Emblem in this game.
Yeah, I mean, people wanted more characters into Smash that would represent more of the different weapons and from Fire Emblem. But
Can't you ride horses too?
yeah, you can. You can ride horses. You can get bows. You can have dark magic.
Really fucking wanted a horseback Fire Emblem character. I thought that would have been fucking hilarious. That would have been awesome. He's fucking huge. He's rolling around on a horse. It'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, a horse with a lance, like a cavalier.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. That would be fucking rad. You could do like horse stomp attacks, like in kicks and stuff, and then you can use big fucking lance attacks, and you can charge across the map and like do like a dashing attack. Dude, come on, that sounds fucking radical.
Yeah, the only problem with that is there's no like recent lord from Fire Emblem that is horseback though.
So that would be sort of like a.
It would have to be a side character from another one of the Fire Emblem games I would get in. Then people would complain about more Fire Emblem shilling and all that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Fuck. Corrin's gone. What about Byleth? Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, since we've gotten rid of two, we got rid of 2 characters? 3, and Corrin. So 3 characters. That would put, as of right now, them to 3 characters. 1, 2, wait.
5.
Wait, I'm not counting Byleth yet. So 4. So Marth, 4. Ike, Robin, and Roy. Okay. So Byleth, I think because this most recent game, 3 Houses, has been fucking huge.
Biggest game.
People are actually fucking talking about Fire Emblem for the first time ever. That you could ever say, like, someone in public, you can hear them talking about Fire Emblem. I think that they're worthy enough to be in. If they're cool and different enough. Which, from their trailer, they looked pretty cool.
Byleth?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 Houses, I think, is the best-selling Fire Emblem game to date.
Even with Gross?
Yeah, I think so.
That's fucking awesome.
And it won a few awards. I think it won Viewers' Choice Awards at the Game Awards show last year.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think the game's recent enough, and I make fun of it for being a shill character, for Byleth being a shill character, but I think at this point it's warranted.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Nintendo characters, as I said, should have higher priority, and Byleth being the main character from one of Nintendo's biggest games for the past 2 years, I think Byleth is good enough to be in.
And she has 3 weapons, which is like fucking rad.
Yeah, so, Byleth uses every single main weapon: swords, lances, axes, and the bow,
which is 3 Houses. Fucking awesome.
Yeah,
so
her moveset's good.
I'm kind of in.
I am too.
Is she out yet? I thought she wasn't out yet.
She's already out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You been playing her?
I played her once, but I've not been into Smash recently. So
oh shit! So that means good thing I didn't buy it then.
I mean, if you buy it, I'll play with you.
I might buy it soon. Okay, we started. So we're to Young Link now. Back. So we're done. We are now done. We reduced the cast to a much smaller amount of the Fire Emblem characters and made them worth it. Fair?
Yep.
Fair. Okay. Cool. Now we don't have to talk about any more Fire Emblem characters. I'm stoked. So Young Link, what do you got? Because
I,
you're also my Legend of Zelda guy. Because I don't play
as
him.
far as the Links are concerned, young Link is the biggest candidate for if you drop him, then
There
no
will
one's
be
going to really
riots.
fuss. No, I think young Link's the
Oh,
biggest candidate for drop him if you want to.
okay.
Because people make the argument that Toon Link kind of represents the whole handheld slash spin-off Zelda
Uh,
franchise, whereas Link represents the main series. Young Link at this point represents old Link's playstyle that adult Link has surpassed. So adult Link has his time bombs from Breath of the Wild. He has his did he update his arrows? No, his new Final Smash is the ancient arrow from Breath of the Wild too. But yeah, Young Link took over adult Link's moveset.
okay.
But Toon Link also has old Link's playset too, with a couple of different moves.
Right. That's what I always remember. Is Toon Link was basically the same, right? As
Yeah,
Young Link. Yeah. So why not just make Young Link a skin for Toon Link and bada bing, bada boom, you're good.
yeah, that's what I think.
Perfect. Ganondorf.
Chad Ganondorf,
Chad fucking. I mean, I think he should be in.
obvious
But
stay.
I think that he should have a different moveset. I do not think that he should be heavy Captain Falcon.
That's what the consensus is.
Yeah, I think he should be. Oh, and on the note of heavy Captain Falcon, I think we should have one more Captain Falcon rep and make him heavy Captain Falcon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But are we gonna talk about DLC type stuff?
We'll do. You know what? When we get to DLC, we'll talk about additions. Let's just carve this fucking this shit away first, and then we'll talk about the new shit.
Yeah. So at this point, they did revamp Ganondorf's playstyle or moveset in Ultimate by giving him a ton of sword attacks for his smash attacks.
Okay.
But everything else is still like heavy Captain Falcon, which I dig because I like Captain Falcon.
Right.
There's
More
so
ways
much
to
more.
play Captain
There's
Falcon.
so much more you can do with Ganondorf as far as he was a warlock or something in Ocarina of Time, so you can give him mage type moves.
He was a giant fucking monster in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, you can just have Ganon or something, make that a separate character too. Make him this giant pig type guy
Okay.
with two swords and just wreak havoc.
Fucking A. I'm down. Mewtwo.
You go.
I mean, this is the most popular character, I would say, from Pokemon, at least me growing up, aside from Pikachu, because I grew up with the Pokemon movie coming out in theaters. So
He's the big baddie, most powerful Pokemon ever type thing.
yeah, I mean, and I think that's pretty litty titty. So I would keep him, and then he would still just go ahead and get locked into my Pokemon trainer thing. So I'm down. I can keep him.
Yep. Mewtwo should stay.
Okay. I think Game & Watch should fucking stay because he's just weird and cool, like niche as fuck, and
Yeah.
I don't think he should get removed. His playstyle is different than anyone else on the fucking board, and I think he should stay.
Yeah, Game & Watch I think is the biggest contributor to like legacy factor, where like he was the main character from like the very first system or
Like
handheld
their
that
handheld game
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. I think
So
he
Game
should
& Watch
definitely
is just
stay.
this cool figure of history that is in the game solely because of that.
I can agree with that. I can agree with every bit of that. Meta Knight, I think, should stay. Because
One
Kirby.
one of three Kirby reps.
Yep, only one of 3 Kirby reps. I'm in, but Kirby is a big series. You know, not as much anymore, but people still fucking talk about Kirby Air Ride. You do. So
Yep.
I think it should stay, and I think that they're at like just the right amount of reps for like someone who's not super famous within Nintendo, but still sort of a famous Nintendo rep. I would say fucking their 3 is like perfect. I mean, are there even any more characters from?
Yeah, you can make the argument that they should have 4, and people have been big on Waddle Dee getting in as a character.
Waddle Dee. I remember that for some reason.
It's like a common Kirby enemy that
Okay.
has become like one of Kirby's allies in the most recent games because they made Kirby games able to be 4 players,
Mhm.
so you needed the 4th slot. So Waddle Dee with the bandana kind of took over as that 4th slot.
Nice.
But people have wanted him to come in just as an additional Kirby slot because they feel Kirby deserves another character.
Fair enough. I can get behind that. So Pitt, I think, should stay. His
Yeah.
playstyle is different enough, and he's got some pretty good games on Nintendo shit.
Uh-huh.
Also Legacy. He's got some old fucking Nintendo games,
Yeah.
and the 3DS ones. So Dark Pit deleted. There's no point.
I agree.
Zero Suit Samus. I think that Samus should just be able to do a special move where she turns into Zero Suit Samus, and she's got
Like Pokemon Trainers Down B or something.
yeah, and then you can just become Zero Suit, and you get the full moveset of Zero Suit, and then Samus becomes like way more dynamic. I don't know.
I like that.
Okay. Wario, obviously he's in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude's fucking pimp. Can't even. And his games are fucking amazing.
They are.
I think Snake should stay. Yeah, obviously, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. I was like going slowly on that one. I was like, is he gonna fight me on?
Well, if you're hesitant, why shouldn't he be in?
He's only had one game on Nintendo, and it was the shittiest version of a Metal Gear game.
But don't you think Metal Gear as a series is good enough to?
I do exactly
him
think that.
getting
That's why I
in,
think
like-
he should definitely get in as sort of like a look at us. We have fucking Snake for Metal Gear. PlayStation couldn't even get Snake for Metal Gear.
Yeah.
And they fucking own that shit, basically.
Settle on shitty ass writing to get in.
I mean, fuck off, dude. Hell yeah, I want Snake in. Dude, when I found out Snake was in, he was the only dude I played.
Yeah, Snake is also the. There's no one that plays like Snake, basically, as
No.
far as moveset's concerned.
Because there's no, like, gun characters aside
Yeah.
from him. And I think we can actually talk about that. I think it'd be cool to have, like, Chris Redfield or fucking Leon in the game.
Claire.
Claire. The Goblina. Goddamn. Dude, there's so many of those. Wait, is Claire from 2? Resi
Ari
2?
too.
Yeah. Dude, there's so
Bro.
many fucking nude mods of that bitch. Oh my
Right.
god, dude. All the fucking skins are just with her titties out and like wearing sexy t-shirts and shit. I'm fucking into it. Thank God for fucking modders. You guys are fucking heroes.
They
You
do
guys
the
are-
important stuff.
Yeah, you guys are working with your penis and working for free. You guys are the unsung heroes of video games. I appreciate all of you. Diddy Kong, keep him. Yeah, he's different. He's weird.
One of 3 Donkey Kong reps.
Yep.
Also in
Absolutely
the
fair.
same camp as Kirby, where you can argue they should have more.
Fair. Yeah. Who else? Well, we'll get into adding. Lucas should be in along with Ness. I think that is legacy as sort of
Yeah.
like an ancient look at us. This is that game.
Yeah, the mother / Wraithbound community, I think, is also like is considered to be one of the nicest / dedicated fan bases in the world.
Yeah, because their series is fucking dead.
Yeah, it's been dead, and Nintendo doesn't give a fuck about their series.
It's fucking awesome. Sonic
Lucas is fun.
should absolutely be in. Because Sonic is just fucking legendary. Obviously,
Yeah.
he should be in. Shadow should be in, or Knuckles, but Shadow.
Probably, yeah.
What do you mean, probably? You don't think fucking having Shadow rolling around with his
Well-
hover boots and guns would be sick
Well,
as fuck?
I think the argument would be, do you put Shadow or Tails in, or all 3, which I don't think people would agree with either, but I think it's either
Probably
Tails or Shadow.
It would be Tails, wouldn't it? Yeah. King DDD, obviously.
Yeah. Yep.
Olimar, I think, is, again, with like one of those more niche games. Keep him in. You agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bolivar's good.
Luco, see, okay, so this is when these
Lucario.
games started losing me. When they started adding in all these fucking weird Pokemon that I don't give a shit about, like Lucario,
I don't know which gen Lucario was, but I think it's.
Greninja. Like, who
3
the
or 4.
fuck are you, dude?
I stopped playing past Gen 2, so I can't really
Yeah,
speak.
I truly do believe there's way too... I mean, I think Incineroar is fucking sick. I was playing him at Wyatt Maddie's. He's fun as fuck. But he should honestly just be Travis Touchdown. Because of the wrestling. But delete Lucario is what I'm going to go with. Fuck 'em.
Lucario's tough because in all the like polls for most popular Pokemon, Lucario's always in like top 5.
Is it because he's fucking... what tier is he?
S tier. as far as
Yeah, the
Pokemon
only
go, I
reason they
think.
like him is because he's S tier, deleted.
Well, in the anime too, I think Lucario is one of Ash's main Pokemon, so that also contributes.
People don't watch that show, deleted. Rob, in, because he's fucking weird. I want him
Yep.
in, he's in. Toon Link. What were we talking about? Toon Link and Young Link, and that should be it?
Toon Link and Link, and that should be it. With Young Link being
I
the
mean,
skin of
yeah,
Toon
Young
Link.
Link being a skin for Toon Link. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, keep him because that's old school Link. He's one of, if not the most popular Nintendo franchise. They should have more representation. I agree. Wolf, isn't he just the same but heavier? Fucking
No,
wasn't it? Didn't he used to be or something?
he wasn't a clone in Brawl at all.
Oh, okay. What do you
I,
think? Keep or kill?
I, the, like I said, I didn't play Star Fox, so I can't really say much. But as far as I know, Star Fox like isn't a popular series anymore, so I don't know if having 3 reps is warranted as far as Star Fox is concerned.
Okay, I think we should
But
delete him.
yeah, it's tough. I think when in doubt, delete.
Doubt delete. Yes, I think having. Well, I feel
I mean,
like
Wolf is the villain of Star Fox, so I think that
because
is
I
a
was just
point
looking
for
at
him to-
Falco. I was like, man, he's more important than Falco if it's the big bad.
Yeah.
When in doubt, delete. Gone.
Yeah.
Villager in, obviously,
Yeah.
especially with the new one coming out.
Yeah.
Mega Man, keep, absolutely. Big fucking legacy character, huge name, absolutely. Wii Fit Trainer, deleted. sorry, Wii Fit Trainer. Wii Fit was cool, but your time
Sold a
is
fuck
gone.
ton of games. I
All right, what do
think
you think? Does that count as like legacy? Every single person and their mother played Wii Fit Trainer.
I think Wii Fit Trainer is kind of in the same boat as Rob, where it's kind of like a WTF, what are they doing in this game type thing, where it's like
Okay,
they're
Okay, I can
wacky
get
enough
behind
and
that. I can
obscure
get-
enough where they kind of fit in the game, even
it's just
though
like funny because it's like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, like of course Wii Fit. That was like everybody had that. Yeah, okay, let's keep her. Rosalina and Luna, delete. What do you think?
Yeah, it's tough because I think in the Rosalina, I feel is probably at this point one of the most shilled Mario characters to date because they just keep throwing her in everything.
And
Like-
there's just so much Rule 34 of her, dude. Just brat posting with fucking Rosalina, dude. I hate it.
Is that a positive or a negative?
No, it's a negative. Delete. Take her out of the game so I can stop seeing her drawn fucking huge farting on people. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, she has a unique moveset, and I think even though I would say delete, I think it's inevitable that she's going to keep staying in just because Nintendo wants her to be in.
Okay. So delete her because Nintendo doesn't get to decide. I'm deciding.
Yeah, if it were up to me, then it'll be deleted.
Deleted. I think Little Mac should stay. Fucking Punch Out rules. And
I agree.
Little Mac is probably my favorite character on the roster right now.
Okay,
Greninja, deleted.
I agree.
Mii Fighter should stay because it's such a weird, fun thing for people to just do. And I don't see
Customizable.
anything wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
Palutena, who even is that? Deleted.
Chick from Pit's game.
Is she...
Not playable in Pit's game, as far as I know.
How does
It's
she play
another-
like in the game?
She has a staff. She has like magic. She has a shield, which makes her dash attack like safe because the shield's in front of her.
Okay, well, I'm
I don't
looking
know,
at her
it's-
pictures, and they look kind of sick. Oh, so
Yeah,
this would go into variety on the moveset. So, and fun
Yeah.
to play as, against, and with. So, keep, because she seems kind of cool.
Yeah, and I think Sakurai developed Pit's 3DS game. So
Oh,
I think
really?
Sakurai has a bias towards Kid Icarus
characters.
in general, so that's why Palutena is in.
Okay. I'm down. Let's keep it. Pac-Man, obviously staying.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when that got announced, and everyone was like, you're fucking joking. Like, Pac-Man fucking got in? Like,
Right.
what? No, but this is like one of the most famous video game characters of all time. So,
Yeah.
obviously he's in. Shulk,
Uh, I'm fine with Shulk. I think at this point you can replace Shulk with Rex from the Xenoblade 2 game that
Okay.
recently got released.
Yeah.
But I mean, Shulk and Rex can get in at the same time. I don't think people would bitch because
He plays wild. I was playing with Shulk, dude. He's got like weird spells. I did not know what I was doing, but I kept like zooming around the map. I
yeah,
don't know.
Shulk is also interesting because Xenoblade in general is kind of like a game that's somewhat important in Nintendo's history, where Xenoblade got released in Japan
Uh-huh.
and they refused to localize it in Europe and North America because they didn't think it would be successful. But fans like did this entire campaign and just bitched at Nintendo so hard that they eventually were like, okay, we'll release it.
And then was it a huge success?
A huge success because the Wii finally got like an RPG,
Mm,
so fans just gobbled it up and it was really successful. And then Shulk got into Smash because of it.
perfect. I'm in. Bowser Jr.
He's in. I think as far as Mario reps is concerned,
Yeah.
good enough name for Mario.
Okay. Let me actually click his name so I can see all the reps.
Oh, also, Bowser Jr. has like 8 skins from all the different like Koopa kids and all that.
Oh, I'm in. Yeah, we already deleted 2 of them, so that's three of them: Dr. Mario, Rosalina, and Daisy. So, yeah, they only have 4 reps. That's weird. That seems odd, but I'm in. Let's keep him. I'm in. Duck Hunt should obviously stay in. It's such a weird, cool pick. I mean, Duck Hunt was like when you thought of the light gun, you think of this
The
game.
Zapper.
Yeah, you think of fucking Duck Hunt, and I think that that's very important to the Nintendo saga, sort of.
Yeah, Duck Hunt's also in the same tier as Wii Fit Trainer and Rob
And
as
Rob.
like WTF casting choice, and I think Game and Watch too. I was like,
Yeah, I can
what
see
are they
that.
doing?
Yeah, which I'm into. I like that sort of the what the fuck. I'm in. Ryu and Ken should obviously stay in, but they should just be Street Fighter characters, and you just pick which one you want. Cut out or make like Ken more unique, and you
Ken
can
is
have
really unique.
because he focuses on kicks, right?
Kicks and he has a lot more combos, whereas Ryu is kind of more defensive in his Hadouken because it's
Okay.
more powerful.
Well, then I'm in. So let's keep them both because Street Fighter is fucking legendary, and I think that they should both stay because they are the 2 faces of Street Fighter.
Yeah, I agree.
Cloud should stay because I think that that is such like an amazing pick as sort of look who we got. Like look, we
The
got
char-
the
The
most
character that
famous.
nobody thought would be in to the point where he became a meme and then he actually got in.
Yeah. I mean, this is the most famous Final Fantasy character, and Final Fantasy is one of the most famous fucking JRPGs of all time. So I think that he should absolutely stay.
Yeah.
Bayonetta, I think, should be in because she is now a Nintendo exclusive, and it was a really big, cool thing that she got in, and because she is a fucking rated R character, she is not for kids. And I think that that's cool, and I think it's sort of with the what the fuck are they doing? I cannot believe Bayonetta got in kind of thing.
Well, I don't think it's WTF because if you haven't forgotten, Bayonetta was the winner of the may or may not have been rigged choose your character ballot.
I think I remember hearing about may or may not have been rigged ballot. Yeah.
Yeah. So Bayonetta's, I think, lock and staying.
Perfect. Inkling, how does she play? I've never gotten to play her. I think we should keep her. It seems cool. Variety.
Splatoon's one of the biggest new IPs Nintendo has released. That because like Arms wasn't that successful.
Yeah, Arms was shit. What a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Inkling,
Inkling should be in.
super cool moveset, bunch of different skins to represent like different types of Inklings you can play inside the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good pick.
Okay. Ridley. Fuck yeah, Ridley.
Too big.
Too big. Dude, for like 4 years, it was goddamn too big threads. Like, fucking horrible, dude. But yes, Ridley should obviously stay in because
They had those pictures of like the Smash roster. They had like the 60 characters, and then Ridley was taking up like 40 slots on the right.
oh fuck, he's just too big. That's fucking hilarious. I think Simon should stay. I think that's a really cool pick.
Yeah.
Castlevania is low
retro
key
pick.
Oh yeah, retro pick, perfect. It's like low key a really important series,
Mm,
and I'm definitely in. Richter Echoes, just delete him. Fuck him.
I agree.
King K. Rule,
King
obviously,
K.
that's your
Rool.
boy. That's your man. He's obviously staying. Isabel, keep. Just keep her. Just
Keep.
I don't
I
want
think
the
Animal
goddamn
Crossing is good
autists
enough.
to fucking to come at me saying fucking Isabel should be in my waifu.
Yeah,
Um,
and besides the autists, I think Animal Crossing's big enough at this point where they can have somebody pass
oh,
villager.
dude, Animal Crossing is going to destroy Doom. It's going to absolutely annihilate Doom in sales, and I think they're coming out the same day, or at least the
The
same
same
week.
day.
Yeah, dude, Animal
Good
Crossing.
luck.
I know people who work at GameStop, and I was like, Doom is also coming out that day, and she was like, oh, I forgot about that. And I was like, dude, you work for the video game store and you forgot about Doom because Animal Crossing is it's everywhere. I cannot get into my feed on Facebook without seeing at least 6 different Animal Crossing posts. So I
I
think
mean,
Isabel should just be in because
yeah,
Animal Crossing is going to be fucking huge
people
next
who love
month.
Animal Crossing love Animal Crossing. I didn't get into it that much, even though I played Wild
Yeah.
World on the DS for like half a year. But yeah, I mean Quinn is probably going to be all over that too
Oh,
because
he's buying it day one. He's in.
yeah,
He's
he's a
fucking
huge
in.
Stardew Valley fan, which is basically like the same thing.
He likes easy peasy games to play. And then
Yeah,
Incineroar,
play every day.
I think Incineroar is pretty fucking cool. I played him when I was at Wyatt Maddie's, and he's fun as shit. I just think that if there was gonna be a wrestling based character, it should have been Travis Touchdown. But who am I? Fuck me, I guess. Okay. Now that is a pretty solid roster. What do you think we cut this roster down by? Like 20%?
So let me just go through. So Daisy's out. That's one. Dr. Mario's out. That's two. Peachy's out. Three. Lucina 4. Young Link 5. Crom 6. Dark Pit 7. 7. Did you cut Lucario?
Yeah, I cut Lucario.
All right, Lucario 8. Wolf 9. Rosalina 10.
You did cut. You did cut those fuckers. Yep.
10. Palutena 11. Corin 12. It's 12 out of 70.
Cool. Well, 69, right?
Oh, yeah, 69. So
12. So that's 50.
whatever the percent is, cut 12 out of 69.
57 characters plus DLC, which would put us at a total for 63 characters. That's not bad. That's still fucking huge,
Oh,
but
I do
that's not bad.
these 5 DLC characters minus Byleth.
Oh, no, I added Byleth. So yeah. Okay. No, we're good. That's cool. I'm in. So it's smaller. It's tighter. We worked on this. Some of the characters got some stuff happening. There's skins in there. Now we're gonna talk about adding some characters so we get this shit back up to 75. Okay, we're gonna get this shit up to 80. You know what I'm saying? So Piranha Plant, fuck no, deleted. There could be like there's such a better like basic Mario enemy pick.
Well,
right?
okay, so we cut 1, 2, 3 characters from Mario.
Yeah, I
and
fucked Mario.
as I said in my kind of rationale thing, Mario is obviously number one
2.
Nintendo,
Yeah.
1 or 2 over Pokemon, relevancy to Nintendo. So if you were to buff Mario's roster up, who would you add? Because at this point you have to add them because
Yeah.
if 1, 2, 3, 4, they're at 5, so they're still tied for Fire Emblem and roster representative.
Okay, so they need more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you do the meme pick with Waluigi?
No. I would do a Koopa. A Koopa could be cool.
Regular Koopa?
Yeah, like some sort of Koopa-based ice climbers type thing, kind of thing.
Where you switch between Paracoopa
Or like an Olimar type of Koopa thing could be cool. Something really fucking weird with just like the basic enemies. Yeah, probably like a Oh, you know what? Probably like a Pokemon trainer type situation where you've got three basic enemies, and then you switch between them, and then you've got like a Koopa, you've got like the flying, or the Koopa could just fly. You got
Koopa Goomba.
Koopa Goomba,
I think you could put Piranha Plant in there too as a
and then
third.
Piranha Plant. Okay, so then Piranha Plant is staying, but he becomes a sort of Pokemon trainer type situation.
Yeah,
And I guess that actually that would kind of take away from the uniqueness of Pokemon Trainer, though, wouldn't it?
I guess you would need like a figurehead to lead him. I would think.
What do you think? Who would you add?
Uh, I mean, I could say Waluigi.
I think everyone would love that, to be honest.
You,
Like, I
I
think it's such
think,
a great pick because people just really want Waluigi. That's like a huge fan pick.
yeah. A lot of people had the idea you should put Waluigi and make him like the Mario sports representative, where he has like a baseball bat or a tennis racket.
Oh, that would be great.
See,
Yeah.
you could
Do all
I
that kind of
golf.
shit.
I think it would also be really cool if you, instead of doing that, you made Waluigi a separate character, and then you added like a Toad or a Shy Guy as the sports representative, where they have like all the sports equipment too.
Oh, dude, Toad, Shy Guy, Skin. You can play as them both. That'd be
Yeah,
perfect. That would be
yes,
fucking perfect.
yeah, and
Waluigi as the
Waluigi.
fun meme pick, and then fucking Shy Guy, dude, Toad. Because Toad's one of the most. I should have said Toad. Toad is like one of the most famous Mario characters.
Then you could have like four colors of Toad, four colors of Shy Guy if you want to make him like a skin.
Yeah. And then he gets all the sports shit. That would be hella cool. Because there's so many fucking sports games for Mario. The
Yeah.
Olympics games, all that. That's a great idea. Whoever came up with that, props to you, dog. I know there's one guy who
Well, I
thought of
came
it
up with
first.
that.
No, you did not.
I no, I said people thought Waluigi should be the sports representative. I thought it should
Oh.
be Shy Guy or Toad as the sports
I think
representative.
that's a better idea. I think Waluigi should be his own goofy self.
Hmm.
Okay. I like that. Now, what are they at? They're at 6 now.
One,
Because
two,
we deleted one and added 2. So, plus 1. What are they at? 6?
they're at 5 plus 2, so they're at 7.
That's good, right? What are they tied with now?
Probably tied with Pokemon at this point. They're still the most representative. Fire Emblem's down at 5.
Okay. Perfect. Joker, definitely he should be in. That's so weird. I'm in. I think it's cool.
Well,
Fucking
Persona 5 should be on the Switch.
Persona 5 should be on the Switch. I agree. I fucking agree. I think
Joker's cool as far as like a current character from a current game. If you
yeah,
talk
and this
about
is like one
pre-game
of the
stuff,
biggest
why?
fucking JRPGs out right now. Like
Mhm.
it was big. It was very fucking big.
What
Hero,
about Hero?
I think. Well, seeing as we were talking about importance to Nintendo and famousness and shit, Dragon Quest XI is the best-selling Dragon Quest game of all time, as far as I know. And that is wild because this is like the first one that's like even popular here in the West. And Dragon Quest is a big series in Japan. It has never died in Japan. It's still like it's just been a Japan focused sort of low key JRPG series. But for the first time ever, Dragon Quest XI sort of captured everybody. And I think now that we've cut down on some of the Fire Emblem characters and the sword fighting characters, there's still quite a few sword fighting characters, but that you're just kind of gonna get that in a game like this. You know, people use
He's a
weapons.
sword and magic hybrid too.
Cool. Let me look at his pictures and stuff. But I think he should stay. Why not? Because of our, and this is only because of our reduced already roster.
Plus,
Because-
every skin from Hero is a different quote unquote hero from the
Oh,
previous
I'm
games.
seeing that right now. Yeah, that's like number 1. That's 2. I think that's great. I think he should stay. I'm in.
Yep,
I
I'm
think
fine.
that's cool. Okay, Banjo Kazooie, obviously. I think that's
Fan slash retro pick.
yeah. I think that's great. I think doing something crazy like that is just a wonderful thing to do. You know, Banjo and Kazooie is dead. and I think it's cool that it's getting some representation in like one of the biggest fucking games on Nintendo. I'm in. I like it. Terry is a fucking wicked awesome pick. I'm super
Really?
stoked that he's in. I think it's such a weird, cool pick to put fucking King of Fighters in this shit. I'm in. I think it's badass.
Have you played King of Fighters?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never played King of Fighters, so Terry's kind of like, I guess, the least important of these five that I considered because I don't really know how popular he is.
He's technically not the poster child, but he is, right? Like he wasn't supposed to be like the face of the series, but he has become the face of the series. Power Geyser. I like it. I don't know. I think it's fucking weird. Like when he got announced, I was like, I wish it was Travis, but I'm down.
Isn't that your reaction to everything?
Yes. Yes, my reaction to every announcement is Travis or die. So we've still got a pretty fucking good roster. I think we kept every DLC character, didn't we? Except Piranha Plant.
Besides Piranha Plant, yep.
And that's fine. I think that's okay. That's 5 out of 6 on the DLC characters. I'm in.
So now extra characters or
Yeah,
characters
well,
that
do
should
you
be
want
in.
to talk about the speculation for who's going to be in Fighter Pass 2, and then we can talk about who we want, who we like?
I haven't seen any speculations, so go ahead.
You haven't seen any speculation?
Well, I've kind of been avoiding Smash threads because I'm burnt out.
I know. Honestly, I couldn't even begin to speculate. I just want to name some characters that I want in. Oh, you know what? There actually have been. No, it's just going to be characters we want in. So hit me with one of yours, and then I'll hit you with one of mine. And then how many do you have that you'd like to see in the game?
I haven't really written anything down, so I'm just gonna ad lib it at this point.
Okay, we're gonna wing it. So I'm gonna try and go for 3 to 5 characters.
Okay, so I'll steal one of the ones that you said where you wanted a second Captain Falcon F-Zero rep.
Okay.
You can add Black Shadow from F-Zero in as a heavy Captain Falcon, take over Gandorf's moveset, and rework him.
Perfect. I think that's a great idea. That is something that I think because, and it's not because F-Zero is popular, Captain Falcon
It's
is
just
popular.
Captain Falcon.
It's just because Captain Falcon is so popular, we should get someone else like Captain Falcon in the game because he makes this game like Captain Falcon has been my main basically from the first time I ever played Smash. I love Captain Falcon. I
was gonna get into this, but then we like skipped over the first 12 characters.
Yeah.
But I think in a way, like there's a thread on this on V, but I think Captain Falcon is kind of like the poster child of Smash Bros, if you will.
I can see that.
Where it's like, and pretty much every single Smash game that you watch, if somebody's playing Captain Falcon, like the crowd is going to want Captain Falcon to win because Captain Falcon is hype. Like if he gets a Falcon punch off, it's cool as fuck. If he gets a knee of justice off, it's just the best thing ever. And people just instinctually want the Falcon to win because Falcons are stylish.
Yes.
In their playstyle.
Show me your moves. And he's got like one of the best fucking skins, the pink and white, the breast cancer awareness skin is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I love, I mean, we fucking, dude, I tried to make an entire video game based off of fucking what I thought Captain Falcon would play like in an action game. You can check that out wherever you find this because soon we're going to be on Spotify. So find it wherever. But Captain Falcon, the Level Die Neo, fuck.
Which is fucking crazy because Captain Falcon came from a racing game, so they had to make this character from a racing game and give him a completely
unique, brand new
moveset
that's never been seen because he doesn't punch at all in his game. And they gave him.
If he went from like a racing pilot to a guy who gets into a fighting game, and then he goes into like a guy who gets into an action game without racing.
Yeah. It's fucking nuts. I love Captain Falcon. I think he's fucking amazing. So I think more representation for Cap would be cool.
Yep.
My number one pick is Travis Touchdown.
Shocker.
I bring it up every time. Every time we talk about this shit. Why Travis Touchdown? Now let me make my point and let me argue for the relevance of having Travis Touchdown in Smash. Yes, he is technically a sword fighter. Boo, boo, boo. Okay, I get it. I
Boo!
get
No
it. I get it.
swords.
I get it. But he also is now with his most recent game, he's got like crazy fucking abilities, like magic powers essentially. And he's big on wrestling. So there would be, I would believe, grappling type moves. There would be sword slashing moves, and there would be his sort of like one of the chips that you can use in Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes is it picks up an enemy and throws it. And I think, something weird like that, not like, because, dude, people would hate if you were just picking them up and throwing them all the time. But I mean, like, that's like an ability, and you do it from like a distance. So having like weird powers like that could also make him an interesting character as well.
Would he
And I,
have like a meter like all the new characters have, where you have to like charge it up and then he gets like special powers?
that sounds amazing. Yes, that sounds perfect. And I think that he could apply like can Ryu and Ken apply stun to enemies?
No,
Do you think that they should be able to do that?
I mean
It's sort
not
of a
really.
huge mechanic in Street Fighter.
Stun as in what? Like when you hit them, they're stun locked
No,
for
no,
longer than
no.
they
Hit
should
them
be.
enough times, build up a meter technically on your enemy because you're wailing on them, and you stun them for like 2 seconds, and then you can pull off another
So
move and
like
open them up
after
for
you
another
break
combo.
somebody's shield in this game, they're stunned for like 5 seconds. That type of
Sure,
thing.
something like that. So I would say that if Travis Touchdown can wail on somebody for long enough, he can stun them, put them into a very slight stun state, and then he can go into like a wrestling move. Or he's got like command grabs, which would be fucking amazing. I don't think there's anybody in this fucking game that has command grabs. So
There are some.
are there really?
Incineroar,
I
Ganondorf,
figured
just a couple.
Incineroar. Okay, so but there are only a couple, so it's still sort of a fresh idea. But I think that Travis would also work really well with having command grab style moves that he can throw into combos, or he can end combos with like wrestling moves. So I think that he would be a good fit. Also, he is technically a legacy No More Heroes character or a legacy Nintendo character because he was it released. Okay, I'm having a stroke. He was
Exclusive.
released exclusively for the Nintendo Wii. Now, it was ported over, but even the man Suda51 himself says that the PlayStation port is trash and you shouldn't play it because they had nothing to do with it. A third party ported it. The actual company did not. And Suda always believed that No More Heroes was meant to be played with the motion controls, and PlayStation didn't have that at the time. So, I think that Travis should get in because in a few of your criteria, one, he's basically an exclusive Nintendo character, and Nintendo is helping fund No More Heroes 3, and they helped fund Travis Strikes Again. He is interesting enough where his moveset, maybe not designed by me, but designed by the man himself, Sakurai, it could be very interesting to play. And for me personally, it's a fan pick.
You convinced me. All right.
Fucking A. Fucking A. He's in.
Yep.
He's getting in, boys.
He's in.
He's fucking in. All right. Hit me with your number two.
The reasoning why I wanted K. Rool in was I always thought Donkey Kong should have more reps because I think Donkey Kong it's not like as big as Mario or Pokemon, but it's not like as irrelevant. I think it's on the same level as like Kirby.
Okay.
So I think as far as another Donkey Kong rep, you can either add Dixie Kong or I think they should add Funky Kong in.
That's the old man, right?
No, Funky Kong is the like surfer bro Kong.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, just give him like a surfboard and have him do like
Wave
wanky
riding
ass shit,
attacks.
like-
Just
yeah, I
dumb
don't know.
shit. Just
Yeah.
stupid shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. I think that falls in with some good elements of your criteria, and I would be not opposed to that. I want Dante. I want Dante to be in the game. And now let me argue for it. So, Devil May Cry is not a huge Nintendo property. It is not. I don't believe that they've had any until the Switch.
Yep.
So, okay, I'll step away from that for a second. But I do think that he's a huge fan pick. He's an extremely popular video game character. Also, his best-selling game of all time just came out last year. It won awards for being the best action game. But the main reason I think that he should get in, as of like my moment to moment thought from recently, is that the definitive version of Devil May Cry 3 is on the Nintendo Switch. They updated a game from fucking 10 years ago and gave it new shit that is only available on the Nintendo Switch. And I think that that sort of level of dedication where they're willing to put in extra time for a game that they didn't know was going to sell well, and they're releasing it exclusively for Nintendo because of the switching mechanics, style switching, weapon switching, because it's on the Nintendo Switch is such like a funny, interesting thing. And they also added local couch co-op, which has never been in the game before. So me and you can sit next to each other with my red and blue fucking Switch cons, and I can play as Dante with red, and you can play as Virgil with blue, and we can sit across like next to each other, and we can fuck up Bloody Palace with fully leveled characters that I spend time leveling, or that you play as the Virgil and you level up and we play together. And I think that Dante should get in because his moveset, yes, he's a sword fighter. But
Give him the different styles.
he's got tons of different styles, and in every game he's ever been in, he's used, except for two, he's used more than just a sword. He's got punching and kicking attacks with fucking Burial or whatever the fuck, I don't remember its name. He's got nunchucks. He's got a sword. He's got guns. He's got 4 different styles. He's got all this shit. Like, his kit is fucking ginormous. He could turn into Devil Trigger. That would be sick. If you could build up a meter and DT in the middle of a fucking fight, that would be the hypest shit you've ever seen in your life. And I mean, he was in Marvel vs. Capcom, and you could just basically fucking steal his Marvel vs. Capcom moveset and just put it on this with some changes, and then that's like cutting out the amount of work that you got to do, and it would be cost effective and fun, and people would shit themselves if Dante got into Smash.
I seriously thought a month ago when they were announcing Violet, I thought I was gonna like wake up and watch Dante get in, because this, like, the literal stars were aligning with him getting into the game, with the game getting released on with Devil May Cry 3 getting released on Switch, with them having like an announcement, with fucking DMC 5 being as successful as it is. I was like, all right, well, Dante is in, and I'm gonna be fine with it because Dante is fucking rad. But
yeah,
we didn't get it.
We didn't fucking get it. But now that
I think
I'm
it's
looking
just,
at Violet,
it's like a matter of time at this point, because I think
I'm hoping Fighter Pack 2. To be
Yeah.
honest, I think if I could actually speculate on a character getting into Fighter Pass 2, I think it would be Dante. Because of like this Switch game, dude. I bought it. I fucking bought it day 2 because I didn't have any money on day 1, but I bought it day 2, and I am playing it, man, and I'm loving it because I've never gotten to play DMC 3 this way, and it's so weird that this game got a fucking console release update of a game 10 years old. It's weird and cool, and I think that this is going to allow people to play DMC and get used to the way that he's going to play in Smash. So I'm hoping Dante gets in.
Yep. So I'm gonna do it.
Oh boy.
I think Steve from Minecraft should get into this game.
Yes. Steve from fucking Minecraft. Now, I will agree with you. I think Steve from Minecraft should be in the game.
Didn't you not want him in like a year ago
If
until
he
we started
takes
memeing
Travis
it?
Touchdown's slot, I will shoot myself.
Okay.
But I think that, dude, Minecraft is probably the biggest game that's ever happened in the last 10 years.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, me, you, Derek, Quentin, Nick, we all got the beta,
Played
the
so
alpha,
much Minecraft.
the alpha. My dude, we bought that shit for $10 legacy, dog, and I still got my account. I
Fucking back
mean,
then, I remember staying up till late nights, so about 11 p.m. playing Minecraft, just building useless shit and getting pissed
boats.
off when people would destroy something or not build it correctly.
Yeah, I mean, we played the fuck out of that game, and you guys still play it sometimes with mods.
It's
So
like every other year, just pop a Minecraft player for a month straight.
yeah, and then burn yourself out, and that's fine because they're still updating it. It's still going, and one of the interesting things about Minecraft is it's owned by Microsoft. Microsoft let it be ported to the Switch, and now Switch players and Xbox players and PC players, I think maybe even PS4 now. It's got to be on PS4, right?
I think so.
Everyone can play together. And Microsoft did that for children. It did it for children. Didn't do it for me and you. We don't play Minecraft anymore. What they did is they gave you and all your friends the ability to play with each other on the game that you play, even if you don't have the same console.
Which
It
is
was
a swag move by Microsoft to
yeah,
do that.
it's a beautiful fucking move. They probably made a fucking ton of money on it, but like it was a beautiful thing to do to allow people to play their favorite game with their friends no matter what. And
Yep.
I fucking agree with that business decision, and I think Steve should be in as long as he doesn't take up fucking Travis's spot.
Plus, you can. A lot of people don't like Steve getting in because one, it's a meme, and two, because Steve is basically just the default like avatar for Minecraft, and the whole point is to like make your own skin or something.
No,
I
that's not
think.
the whole. I only started doing custom skins like once I found out somebody
Well,
else did
I
it.
was gonna say you can. I mean, they could probably easily make this thing where you can upload your own custom skin on some
Oh my
site,
god,
have
that
it
would be the
go into
coolest shit
Smash.
ever, dude. Could you
Yeah,
imagine that crossover where it's like, Steve's in, and also you can just port the skin you use in Minecraft
that's
over?
what I think they should do.
That would be fucking dude. People would shit themselves if that
Yeah,
happened. You can just upload the skin that you use, but make sure it's appropriate because if you can get reported for it, because it is a kids game, and if you're wearing like a
the
sexy
dong.
outfit, yeah, if you got a dong hanging out, you're gonna get in trouble. And I
Plus,
think
is he could have like his move set's kind of like infinite. You can have him like placing blocks, placing railways, planting trees. Even though that's what Villager does, he can give him a shovel and axe, a fishing rod,
yeah,
anything that's in
he
like
can like eat meat to recover food,
yeah,
recover health, which would be kind of cool.
throw TNT, explode it. Like,
Send
come
out
on.
a creeper, that kind of shit. Um, Fuck yeah, I'm in. I'm fucking in. Okay, so we've got two each. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can just throw out a third here. Let me think. This is really the only two characters I want. You got anything? You want to go with your third? Are you gonna wing it? I gotta think here.
I mean, you can have Paper Mario to represent like the Mario RPG series. Give Mario an extra slot. Plus, he can have a different enough moveset for Mario. You can give him a hammer. You can give him a jump.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, I can see that. Then you bump up fucking Mario reps. I'm in.
can rip off some names. Uh,
I just can't think of any video game characters I like.
you can have Crash Bandicoot, which I don't really like.
Nah, that's not a good choice.
Uh,
You've already got that kind of thing with like Banjo.
yeah, Phoenix Wright, 'cause I think he made it
Oh
into
shit!
what fighting
Actually,
game did he get into?
I think Phoenix Wright should definitely fucking get in as sort of, or Professor Layton as sort of a representation of the DS era for Nintendo, which was like their biggest, most profitable fucking era ever before the Wii. Or during that time, and those two consoles dominated the fucking world. And the DS is still the only handheld console in the fucking world ever.
Yeah, so he made it into Marvel versus Capcom 3,
Yes, he did.
so
Marvel
he
vs.
can be
Capcom.
done as a fighting character.
Yes, and he's actually very fucking fun in that game. So that would be very cool. We've actually just named two Capcom reps, and I think Capcom has a big history on Nintendo, if I'm remembering correctly. If we are also going to name Capcom characters, name characters that are important to Nintendo, and name characters that are legacy plus famous, fucking Leon S. Kennedy into fucking in
Oh, boy.
Smash. I think that would be fucking wild. That would kind of change the name of the game, wouldn't it? I think that Leon would be a fun pick, and I think that it should be him over Chris because Chris was in Marvel vs. Capcom, all of them. So we need to pick Leon. Leon is specific to Nintendo because it was released exclusively as on Nintendo at first, but then they ported it over to every system known to man.
Hmm.
But that's not necessarily like Leon's fault. He did originally come out on GameCube. So I think that he would be fun, sort of another gun character like Snake. He could use like rockets, a bunch. He would play more like
Send a zombie out at you.
yeah, throw a zombie. So it would be so. If any of you listening have played Marvel vs. Capcom 3, UMVC 3, let's go with Ultimate. Here's what I'm thinking: combine Chris Redfield, which he uses like multiple guns, and he uses his knife. Instead of the knife, Leon would kick because he's more known for his kicking. And combine him and Frank West, who was also in UMVC3, but is also like a zombie based character. So you could have Leon like, suplexing zombies into you or something, or throwing zombies, or doing have like one or two zombie based moves because he is in sort of like a zombie game. But mainly he would like kick and shoot. And he would shoot different guns, like based on the direction that you input. He would shoot like a machine gun, or he would shoot a rocket or something. And I think that would be if you just use all of his different guns. Like he's got a sniper rifle in the game. He's got a sniper, shotgun, mine layer, machine gun, pistol, and a rocket launcher. I might even be missing one, but just use the most famous guns from Resi 4, the rocket launcher, the Red 9, the fucking tactical shotgun, the mine layer as like sort of a meme weapon because everyone hates that fucking gun, but put it in anyway because it's fucking funny. And then like the Chicago typewriter, which is what you get for I think like S ranking
Just
the fucking
smash
game or
it.
something. As his smash, he pulls out the fucking Chicago typewriter and he can just spray up and down. I mean, that would be fucking amazing. I think people would have a great like if Leon got in, people would freak out, and I think it would be interesting to put him in gameplay wise. I think it would be an interesting pick because originally it was on GameCube, and it's also one of the most famous video games of all time, and it changed the way games are made after it came out. So I think, I think one of your things was relevance as a series is one of your options. I think number three,
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 is like fucking more famous than Metal Gear,
I mean,
basically.
the Resident Evil series. I mean, they made like what 8 fucking movies about it too.
Yep,
So
ton of movies.
yeah,
It would be fucking wild to see if Leon got in. That'd be cool. I think he'd play pretty cool. If Phoenix Wright could get in, Phoenix Wright, fucking, that's a lot of Capcom reps. Man, why is Capcom not represented in this game as much? They got Mega Man. I think that's all they got.
yeah.
But they're an old company. They should get some rep. Resi 4, they've got some big series. I think there should be a Platinum rep because Platinum is like big with Nintendo now. I think the Wonderful 101 shouldn't get in. Especially now that a Wonderful
Wonder
101 is
Red.
getting re-released. Well, it would be Wonder Red, but his moves would be
Kind of like an
this.
Olimar type guy,
Well,
where he's just throwing
that's
guys out.
exactly how Wonderful 101 plays, but like he basically turns the people into swords and stuff. So it would be Wonder Red in the front, but there would be like a bunch of people like behind him, and they would like make like a path, kind of like Ice Climbers or Olimar, how they run and like behind him. And then you like make the swords, the guns, the fists, the fucking whips and stuff, and it would be just like an action character. I think it would be fun, and I think it would be worth doing. But really, that's it. Mike had to run off and go take care of something, so I'll close this out myself. I think the roster could use some work, but there's good bones there. And I think the representation from other companies would be a good idea. When Snake got in, it was a huge thing, and I was into it because I love Metal Gear. Big Metal Gear fan. We've got a ton of Metal Gear fucking podcasts on this channel. So I think doing big outside third-party companies that are just huge name drops, I think that that's a really great idea. And Sakurai even said that the point of like the next fighter pack is to connect, I think, quote, connect as many worlds as possible. So I think that fighter pack 2 is probably going to be a lot of unique kind of out of nowhere characters, and I think that's a good idea. I want Dante in, I want Travis in, especially since Travis is getting No More Heroes 3 coming out 2020 release. Good luck with that. Since he is eventually getting a game on the Switch, I think he should be in. I liked Mike's picks, my picks. That's like a beautiful fucking fighter pack we just invented. I would pay money for that one. Absolutely. Travis, Dante, Steve from Minecraft, maybe Phoenix Wright would be kind of cool. Um, yeah. Waluigi getting in, that's not bad at all. I'd be super into that. So hopefully we'll see some cool stuff coming from Fighter Pass 2. This will definitely be up before the first character for Fighter Pass 2 is announced. So look forward to that. Uh, Look forward to episodes coming out Saturdays. We've moved the day from Fridays to Saturdays because I want to be the Saturday morning cartoons of podcasts. So I'm thinking Saturdays, and it also lets me be super lazy, so I can just not come home from work and have to work on a podcast. I can wake up in the morning and do it. So Saturdays, look forward to some more episodes Saturdays. But that's about it. So simply be despair, follow your death drive, and I'll see you next time.